And start recording. So thanks everyone for joining. This is our monthly youth service meeting. It's good to see all of you, and I know it's been a while. Hopefully everyone has seen the recording from last month. We have been sending out the links to the recordings, as well as has the agenda for tonight in front of them. And today's agenda should be relatively quickly gone through. I do have some just updates here or there, but I do want to get to one thing that's coming up in fact, a week. It's very quickly coming up, and I know it focuses a lot on our Oahu clubs, but if we can spend some time on that today, that'd be helpful for me and for the district. But anyway, let's just get started. Everyone have the agenda? They're good to go. All right, great. This is our third meeting of the new Rotary year. Three out of 12. So we're kind of on our way here. Hopefully everyone has updated their information in Club Runner. So you're getting the emails, you're all here, and hopefully you haven't been forwarded these emails from someone else. But make sure your information is updated in Club Runner, because I do occasionally get a random email from folks saying that they didn't get any of my reminders about these meetings. And my only response is that is your information up to date in Club Runner, because I send it to all youth service chairs and all club presidents in Club Runner. So I just want to make that quick announcement. The next item here on the agenda, just again, please make sure that your Interact Club advisors are up to date. I'm going to continue to make this announcement. It was theoretically due last Rotary year, June 30th, 2023. But the certifications for these Interact clubs, the Rotary International gives you a little bit of time. They know everyone doesn't turn in exactly by the date. So if you haven't turned in your advisor form for your Interact clubs, please go ahead and do that. You need to do that every year. So it's a quick, as long as you're up to date, it doesn't require any signatures or anything really. You just go into the form online and you put in your information and you update your emails and all those things. What we don't want is for the clubs to become inactive and then ultimately get terminated. And then it requires basically all the clubs and the parties to refill out the form and recertify and get the district governor's signature and all that stuff. So please go ahead and do that. That would be the way to keep your club up to date. Lisa, I know you just asked the question. It is available online. So if you just kind of go to Rotary International's website or you just Google update your Interact Club advisor, it'll take you there. But maybe I'll just ask Naomi to post the link as well into the chat.
Okay, thank you, Ryan. We're proud to let everyone know that we restarted the Interact Club at Castle High School.
Very good.
So we do have an advisor and a few new members. They're in the process of electing officers. Thank you.
That's awesome. It's good to hear. My next announcement is does everyone know if their club is up to date on youth protection? I see some nodding heads. I don't see any shaking heads. Yes, Nancy.
Yes. Is that an annual thing or every 2 years or?
Yeah, so this is specific to your Rotary Club. It's not the background checks. Every year, the district puts on a youth protection training, and so it was done back in August. Peter Evans, our youth protection officer, did host the training. So as long as your club attended that training and filled out the accompanying certification form and turned that into Peter, you're good for the year. But this will be something that we'll be doing every year. Yep. All right. So if you haven't, I did send out a link with the video of the training, and you just need to go and watch your club. Whoever's going to sign off on your youth protection certification form for your club needs to go and watch that training, because they're really the one responsible for disseminating that information that was said in the training to the rest of your club. Go ahead and watch that training and then fill out the certification form that was attached to that email and send that into ypo@rotaryd5000.org. And you will then be up to date on your youth protection certification here for District 5000. So just a reminder. Any questions on youth protection? All right, good. I'm gonna skip volunteer month here because I haven't actually had a chance to follow up with all you clubs. So I know actually the action item is for me to put out the call to each of the clubs to tell me what happened last April. And I know it's already months behind in your minds and your memories, but I will get to it at some point here. But I'm going to skip volunteer month here. HRYF, it is still 5 days remaining in September for Give Aloha. So hopefully everyone has had a chance to go to Foodland and make a donation on behalf of your club to the Hawaii Rotary Youth Foundation. Everything that you do donate during the month of September is matched by Foodland, and it counts to your per capita giving, right? So if your club needs assistance qualifying for its $20 per capita giving to HRYF, any donations you individually make during the month of September to HRYF through the Give Aloha program does count to that per capita donation. You just have to send the receipt in to the HRYF office. I think it's HRYF office. Is that I can't remember exactly the email address, but it's on some of the HRYF forms that you should have received. You just send the receipt into them and you tell them which club you're with, and they'll count that towards your $20 per capita giving that qualifies you for that $5,000 scholarship. So 5 days left. Go ahead and please make sure to try to get that in this month if you can, because again, the Sullivan family and Foodland does actually match some of those donations that you make to the organization as well. So did everyone turn in their dues agreement and their club agreement for HRIF? Is everyone current on that? Hopefully you are, because that was due in August. All right. Any questions on HRYF? All right, and when you're sending in the receipts, you can go ahead and send them into office there at HawaiiRotaryYouthFoundation.org. Naomi put that in the chat. But again, it's nice for your club to keep a tally. So, as the youth service chairs, if you're just keeping track of your club, it helps you understand how much your club members have donated to HRYF instead of having to ask the office later. All right. I'm going to move on to Ryla. So Ryla, the registration is open. We've for Oahu, I know they've already received some applicants there, and quite a few from James Campbell High School actually. And so it's there's things going on here with Oahu Ryla. I know the planning committee is going out to Camp Erdman this October as well to do a little orientation there. Rick, do you want to give a quick update on Ryla for Oahu?
Yeah, it's actually pretty exciting. So we posted, we've kind of did a slow rollout. My cousin's actually James Campbell's vice principal. So I gave her the flyer, and we got like 15 students like immediately. We had nobody last year because I didn't give her a flyer. Ran into Megan Lee, who's Herb Lee's daughter. She teaches at the Pacific Buddhist Academy. She's got like 20 kids ready to come back. Four youth leaders right there then. So I'm waiting to hear from, who is it, Tiana? Their club to see how many they can actually cover so we can let Megan Lee. So there's a real upswing in Ryla. We're going to fill 50, no problem. We may well go over 50. I've got at least 20 volunteers between Rotarac and Rotary. So we're in really, really great shape. What people might not know, and our board, somebody got the TV on in the background? competing with. The folks mute. All right, maybe that's well.
I don't know who's that's coming from. It's interesting, Rick. So
Yeah. Okay, it's quieter. So our board at Rotary Club of Honolulu, randomly, Jim Harrow actually does a lot of the stuff with scholarship stuff. And he and I are on the Bobby Benson board together. And I propose that we do a scholarship that actually we do every year if people stay clean and sober. He proposed in Ryla, a dream that I've had ever since I started with Ryla. I've always thought the awards part should be a scholarship. Well, here's what's happened. And Naomi, you may remember me talking about having a foundation for Ryla. We actually do. At Rotary Club of Honolulu, we use the Will J. Henderson endowment. We've got quite a bit of money, and we're actually going to use some of that money for a scholarship for Ryla. And we are going to make it a concurrent, consecutive scholarship so according to Will Henderson, he wanted them to be going to school in Hawaii. So if they attend a school in Hawaii and they can keep, we're going to work on this in our next committee meeting. I'm not going to make the decision on my own. I'm going to have a team of us decide. I'm thinking 3.5. It could be higher for a GPA. If they can do that and they apply, they have leadership skills and they need the financial help. It's got to be folks that need the financial help. We'll help them out. And so attending Ryla, we've put on the flyer. So Ryan had me change it, but I changed it because we hadn't actually voted on this yet at the board. And I didn't even tell Jim about this idea, but Jim proposed it and put it in the budget. And so we're live with, if you attend Ryla, you not just prioritize, you are considered for a scholarship. So we'll work out the rules of how that's going to work. So that's one thing. That's outside of the HRYF. We also have we have other funds for scholarship stuff too. So it's kind of cool what we could do with scholarship stuff. And I won't go down the road too far here, but I'm actually working with Kapuna, and caregivers and the workforce it's a crisis. We're 4,000 caregivers down in Hawaii. Some places have none whatsoever. And so we do some scholarship stuff for that as well. I'd like to advertise that a little bit more as we go along also, just to kind of help with that. And we're also 1,000 docs down. So there's a whole lot of stuff that goes on with that. We're going to go to camp. This is just a wahoo. You know, if you want to come and join us, we're going to open this up. Anybody that wants to join us at Camp Erdman on Saturday, October 21st, from 9 in the morning until noon, we're going to run through the whole outside course. So if you went there as kids, you could relive your youth. We're going to go through the whole thing. We're going to do the hike, and we're going to turn that hike into a scavenger hike. We're going to go through the low rope course. We're going to go through the archery. Swimming, they set up basketball nets in there, so we'll play some basketball. We're going to do all the outdoor stuff. That's how Saturday is going to be structured at our Ryla. And the whole reason I want folks to come is then at lunchtime, we're just going to sit. I want to see the timing. How long does it take us to get through all of this? Oh, we're going to have Sustainable Coastlines will open the morning with a beach cleaning. So we'll do that the first half hour is the lesson, then 1 hour on the beach. And so everything is going to be, Nicole, I don't know if she's here. So the Rotaract have this really cool reward system. It's a banking system. You earn money kind of stuff, and you bank it, and you withdraw from it to use to get tools you need to do stuff. So we're going to figure all of that out. Whoever the top, and I don't know what the number needs to be, but it might be the top 10, might be the top Ohana, is at the end of all the Ryla going into Sunday morning. They will actually have the option of doing the Odyssey course, which is it's a 2-hour, it's a very high rope kind of course, very specialized training. It's a lot of extra money. They're throwing it in. Camp Erdman is bending over backwards to really accommodate us here. And it's along with it, there's like, I don't know, it's almost like an acre of a field. So we'll have the Rotaract come up with the same obstacle course stuff, the marathon that we did at Camp Homalani. And kids that aren't on the Odyssey course can be doing that while they're watching the kids up.
Rick, you muted yourself. Sorry. You muted yourself.
Yeah, I know. It sounds like push something. Anyway, so Sunday morning, whoever the top point getter. Now, folks can option out. Some people are not going to want to do the hike. So as long as we get the number of kids that the youth that we need to go through the Odyssey course, and they'll go through that. So it's all leadership built, team building and leadership kind of built. And then we have, I don't know if you want to hear the whole rundown, but I have a musician that's going to come this year. Alex is Kent Ranker's nephew, performs with Henry Capono. He's very good, so he's going to actually perform. Tyco Drums have agreed to come. We got a lot of stuff that's going to happen. Oh, and yesterday, I'm wearing my Club 100. We decorated the graves at the Punch Bowl this weekend and had a memorial service yesterday. And had a real nice long talk with retired General David Bramlett. I mean, he came last year, and he was asking me what he could do. So he's already signed on and ready to come back. So we've got, it's really remarkable. Now, here's the hardest thing, and I'll stop because we don't have all day for me to keep going on with this. It's to pay for the kids, the sponsorship. And our concept is, and I pitched this too at our Rotary, so I'm actually funded 15 youth and 10 of the volunteers to try to make sure our folks, we cover as many as we possibly can. And I just want to put out there, if you have a club that has some money or if you're raising some money, I really don't want us to just be paying for like 2 out of each, because if we're going to get 50, not everybody can afford that. And I want to have the youth that wants to come be able to come. Our mindset way back when Jeff was doing this, way back, Naomi, when we first started meeting, when I first came on, the concept was, you know, if somebody's homeschooled, if somebody's this or that, we want to be able to open the door for anybody to join us, not just interact. And I'm not hammering away at that at the schools or anything, because this is selling itself pretty fast. But it's covering them that's the hardest thing, and getting the monies in. So like we've already passed the budget that I put in, and I've already got some wiggle room to actually propose some more if I need to, but I want to get that in. What's nice this year is Rich Proctor is the treasurer, so I'm able to keep track of the money a little bit better this time to make sure we've got stuff covered. And what we haven't, the other piece is, I would like you guys here on Oahu, your clubs, to be promoting it, not for me calling principals and getting the flyers out there and then everyone wondering how they're going to pay for it, but for you guys to get the youth to sign up. So we are virtually at 25 youth right now. If I tell Megan to go ahead with hers, so we're halfway there if I just let it go that way, and we can split it up in however we want to. Now, the other is that Camp Bergman, we have plenty of room. We don't have to stop at 50. If we end up with 100 people, we'll end up with 100 people. So we have the room. So it's just a matter of covering them. Okay. And I know 250 per student is a little bit more, and we are paying 175 for the volunteers as well. So that's what we got right now. Go ahead, Ryan.
Yep. So I was just gonna say, you know, the registration's been open. Everyone on Oahu should have received that link on. I see my email here is August 23rd, and I can resend this absolutely. But it also included a couple of flyers that linked you over to rylahawaii.org and the application. 250 per person, like Rick's saying. Again, they have room, but it is really about how much each of our clubs, individual clubs, can sponsor, and you know, it's not cheap. You know, before last year, I think it was $100 per person, a little bit more economical, but we had some leftover funds that we applied to last year. Yeah, so please, you know, work on your district grants budgets. I think, you know, the call went out last year to put in your district grants for this year, so hopefully you did. One other thing I want to say is that you know, Nicole and the E Club, Rotaract E Club Ohana does volunteer here, and you know, it's a great thing because you get our Rotaractors involved with, you know, the high school students, which, you know, closer in age, there's just a lot you know, more energy and activity there, and so it's great to have them, but it's also something that we do also need to cover because the food and everything, the lodging does cost money. So please, if you do have it within your budgets to support not just your students but also a volunteer or two here to support the Rotaract Club, please let Rick know so he can put you down for that support. Lynn, I see your hand up.
Alan had a question that I don't really understand.
Sure.
Ryla, are DG funds available?
So if your club put them into your district grant application specifically for your club, they are, you know, earmarked there, but there are no district grant funds that have been specifically allocated to Ryla beyond what's kind of already in their small budget. So it doesn't, after working through their budget, they need to still collect $250 per person for attendees and 175 per for the volunteers.
Volunteer.
So yeah,
Uh-huh.
there are no additional district funds. Naomi, I see you came off mute to correct me if I said something incorrectly.
No, I wanted to ask on that, on Lynn, if you're asking about your club, if they applied for it on the application and didn't get their money, is because maybe they didn't send in their state bank statement. So is that the case? They have an application for that?
I don't know.
Oh,
I'll
okay.
check.
Yeah, so there is no, there might be a second round, but right now, all of the grant money is spoken for.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Got it.
Thank you. All right, so that's Oahu. So again, October 21st, I think 9 and noon, right, Rick? They're gonna do a little walkthrough over at Camp Erdman. So if you're interested in attending, please let Rick know. But that's the Oahu update for Ryla. Again, registration is open, so please go ahead and get your students signed up as long as you can pay for them. So, but again, if there's more, like Rick says, we don't want to turn anyone away. We just gotta figure out how to balance the budget here and make the sponsorships work. So, I don't see Jen from Hawaii Island, but I'm wondering if anybody here has an update on the Hawaii Island clubs, Ryla. No. All right.
Jen had texted me and said that they had pretty much the same numbers I just said, and they're on the same weekend.
Right.
That's all I have from her. So.
Okay, great. And I don't see anyone. Jay, do you have any update from the Maui Ryla team?
I have no update. I was going to, our youth service chair is Jim Fritsch, and I was going to speak to him today about it. But I don't have anything about Ryla, and that I believe Joanne Lard is still trying to get that at Kihei Charter School, where it was last year.
Okay, so she's still working to secure the venue over there.
I don't know. I'll have to,
Okay.
contact her. I'll
Is
write on my
Mary's
notes of
still
things to do.
Mary's still in charge of it, right?
I believe so. I have to speak
Yeah,
to her.
yeah. So okay, I will
Okay.
also follow up with her. All right. And then Kauai, I know Cyrus is working on it too, but I don't have an update from Kauai's Ryla either. So there will be a Ryla for all the other islands. Maui and Hawaii have set it for the same weekend as Oahu. Kauai is still working on their dates, but if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me and I'll pass it on to the Ryla chairs for each of the different islands. All right, any questions for Ryla? All right, Junior Ryla is coming up here in just a little over 2 weeks, and hopefully folks have send in their sponsorships checks if you have agreed to help sponsor Junior Ryla. There was a request for a simple $100 per club to help support this program for our middle school students, and two, hopefully you've also seen the call outs go out there for folks to sign up for Junior Ryla. It is, again, free for the students. It is statewide, virtual. There is a facilitator that is also covered by your club's generous donations. And so hopefully everyone has seen that email from me as well for Junior Ryla, but this is for our middle school students. This program has been going on for the last 4+ years. I think we're in almost our 5th one, I think, or something, or 4th one. And there have been several middle school clubs that have been chartered as part of this event. So it is a great way to involve your middle school. So has everyone seen the Junior Ryla signups? No, I'll resend that, okay? But again, we've got just a little over 2 weeks here to register. Try to involve your middle schools, and it doesn't have to be any middle schools that have Interact. It can be any middle schooler, really. There's room again for as many middle school students who want to attend, and it is virtual, so it is open to all islands as well.
Hey, Ryan, can we ask if there are any clubs that didn't send in their $100 yet? We need 14 more clubs to send in $100.
Okay, are there any clubs that haven't sent in their $100 yet? And I think I'm one of them. So, Jerry, I don't think I've put in that check request yet. I will get it in as soon as possible. Any other clubs that haven't sent in that $100 sponsorship to Junior Ryla but intend to? Or has everyone here sent something in? Or is it not in the budget?
Hey, Kevin, can Alamoana put in some money?
Thought we had. But I'll double check with Marianne. Because I thought we had.
You're not listed, so if you could put in 100, that would be, or more, that would be great.
Or more. Good enough. I'll
club.
check.
Naomi, did we send ours in, Rotary Club of Honolulu?
Honolulu sent yes.
Okay, good.
And I
How
know
about
we-
Couple
Couple
A
A.
did not.
Okay, I'll get that done for you.
Thank you,
Metro
thank you.
Honolulu too. I'll make sure and double check. if It's not there.
I
And-
believe
and-
we sent, I know we had it in our budget. I believe it was sent in Kihei Wailea.
Yeah, no, we didn't get it.
And
I'll take care of it tomorrow.
Naomi,
Rotary- Did Rotary Club of Maui put it in?
No, Maui's not listed.
How
Okay,
about Rotary Club of Kaneohe?
Kaneohe, not listed.
Okay, thank you. We'll
Is-
follow up.
Could we put in the chat where it goes to exactly, or send a form?
Okay,
I will resend the invoice too.
okay.
Yeah.
Naomi, did Pearl Harbor, Hickam Pearl
Hickam?
Harbor?
No, Hickam, no, we didn't get Hickam.
Okay.
Mililani, June, you guys can put in 100. No,
Ridge.
we got Pro Ridge, thanks, Dick.
Jude, I think you were on mute there.
Yeah, I think I mailed it to the old address.
Okay, we'll look for it.
Okay. And
Okay.
Naomi, Metro, Roz wants to check.
Okay.
Did Metro?
No, Metro's not on the list.
Okay. And then did Honolulu Sunrise?
No, you're not on the list.
All right. I knew I was spacing there. I thought I forgot and I haven't yet, so I will.
Okay,
So,
so that's 7.
right.
That's good.
there you go. Thanks. I will resend an email statewide and try to shake some more things loose and apologize. I'm not up to date either. So everyone gets a pass this time. Thank you for sending that in.
Brian, we got your back.
Yeah. All right. Any questions on Junior Ryla? All right. I appreciate everyone's help. But again, like I said, October 11th, just a couple of weeks here, really less than 2 weeks, actually. My math is really off. So please, if you know anyone, send them out. But it's just, again, a great way to get your middle schools involved in the whole kind of Rotary family process. All right, I am gonna spend just a moment here, and I, beg my outer island teams to humor me for a moment, but or just bear with me for a moment. But I do want to talk a little bit about Hawaii Children and Youth Day. That's on October 1st. That's this Sunday. It is a statewide event, but unfortunately, it's located at the state capitol grounds, and unless you're flying in from an outer island, it's obviously hard to attend. But for folks that are on our other islands, and again, I don't mean to diminish your islands, of course, at all. But it is something that maybe you want to pay attention to, because if it's something that you hear today is something maybe interested that you want to do on your island, just something smaller, but maybe just with Rotary or something like that. Please feel free to listen in and chime in with any ideas. But Hawaii Children Youth Day, for those of you that know it, is a fairly large event. It's been happening for quite a while. It's been spearheaded by former I can't remember, was she rep or
She was senator. So Senator Susie
Senator,
Chung
yeah, right,
Oakland.
Senator Susie Chun Oakland. I keep thinking rep for whatever reason. Senator Susie Chun Oakland, and this is still her event, really, that she's kind of still continue to carry the torch for, even though she's no longer in the political circles. It is, been well attended in the past, like tens, like 10,000 plus attendees.
50,000.
Yes,
They have on their website.
They have on their website 50,000. It's been very well attended in the past. A big kind of shindig over at the state capitol, tents everywhere, all sorts of different organizations, really, who cater to youth and cater to services for youth. And in the past, our clubs have always been asked to host the information booths. And so those are the booths where we just tell the attendees where to find the restrooms or where to find a specific booth that they're looking for, if it's PBS or if it's Boys and Girls Club or if it's Ronald McDonald Charity or whatever it might be that they're looking for. The Rotarians have staffed 2 of the information booths, and let me tell you, it's a lot of work. You think that's a simple thing, but with, as Rick mentioned, 50,000 attendees trying to find something in this event, it can be quite a bit of work. And so this year we have been asked to staff 2 booths again. Rick is taking one and I'm taking the other. Rick, I think, is maybe looking for 1 or 2 more volunteers. And so not on time, because the booth, again, it's only under a 10 by 10 kind of pop-up tent for the information booth, but maybe looking for another couple of volunteers, because there is a request here, and I apologize for the last minute nature of it for our Oahu clubs. There is a request to actually host a Rotary booth, and this is the first time we will be doing this, but it would be an actual Rotary themed booth as one of the exhibitors this year for Hawaii Children and Youth Day. And it is because we are a youth service organization. We serve youth, and we definitely fit into the mission and goals of this event. And so I think it's great that we can have a district 5,000 Rotary booth here at this event, talking to anyone who's interested with their families, their kids, about Interact, about RILA, about HRYF, about Junior RILA, about all the different things that your individual clubs have done for youth at your schools. And so the ask is simply that we have a 10 by 10 booth at Hawaii Children and Youth Day this Sunday. For the hours of the event are 10 to 3.
Well, it's actually 8 o'clock to 3, Ryan. They want us at the booth by 8 o'clock.
Okay, so yeah, so the booth will be there from 8 to 3, but the event starts at 10. So whoever does volunteer, I think Rick can and should be there early to help set up and do everything. And so the ask is, and if we want to do multiple shifts, is to have folks staff this booth. I can have, it'll be a Rotary themed tent. I can have some collateral in the marketing world, some flyers that discuss about Interact. We obviously have our RILA flyers we can hand out. We have information about HRYF we can hand out. What I do need are volunteers there to basically staff the booth and talk to folks about what Rotary does in the community for youth. And it's really something all of you are very qualified to do here on this call, because you've listened to me talk for the last few meetings, if not longer. And I will be around. I just don't think I can be there the whole time. I'm also trying to use or find some funds here to at least purchase some things we can just hand out. It might be just like it can just be things like candy bars or stuff that will make it fun for the students to actually listen to you for a little while here to talk about Rotary. But it do need folks to, one, get the tent from Mark Merriam's house, and then staff the booth that day on Sunday, October 1st. And so I do hope that you could help volunteer. The person who's going to help me is Alan Kamemoto. He couldn't make it tonight to the meeting, but has agreed to be there for the booth all day at least. And so he'll be kind of coordinating, and if you have any questions that day about what to say or what to do, Alan, if for those of you that know Alan Kamemoto, he's been a fixture of Rotary D5000 for the last, I don't know how many years, many years. So was formerly in my club, Honolulu Sunrise, is now one of the helpers of the charter members of the Hickam Pearl Harbor Club. But used to also be the Interactive Club advisor for Roosevelt after which I took over. So the other thing that I am trying to do is also get some Roosevelt students to be there at the Rotary booth as well. So it's nothing better than having some actual interactors be there to talk to youth with our supervision. So I think it'll be great. I think it'll be fun. If you are inclined to volunteer for either of Rick's booth, because I think Rick, Alan asked if maybe Sandy or Natasha could scoot on over to the Rotary booth. You may be down a couple of volunteers. If anybody can help Rick out or help out Alan and my group, I only need about 3 to 4 people probably at most. If you're willing to stay the whole day. If you're not, then I do need a few more than that, because we'll break it out into like a morning shift and an afternoon shift. So anybody who's interested, please let me know. Kara, I see your hand up.
So you're asking help for the Rotary and for the information booth?
Yeah, so one or the other, but both need help at this point. So you're not going to be able to go to either one. Both of them. You'll have to go to one of them, but both of them do need help. Yep.
I can help with the information booth because I've been there several times.
Great.
And it's crazy. People are like, "Where's the bathroom?" Yeah,
I know. Yeah.
And
so
cheerful and be accommodating. But I would do that.
Great.
Whose booth? That Rick's booth or your booth?
That would be Rick's booth.
All right.
Yeah, so Ryan, on the information booth, they went around for ours, and we have afternoon shifts available. I'll be on that shift too. But
okay.
I think the morning shift's already closed down.
Great.
Morning shift, somebody else is doing it for booth number 1, which is what Ryan's booth is.
Right.
So just so you guys know, Lost and Found, but also Lost Kids are going to come to booth number 1. Booth number 2 is the one that I've actually staffed. Well, Ryan took number 1, so we're good there. But there's a group that's going to be there in the morning, and then Rotary needs to take it over for the afternoon. Right. Booth number 2, we're going to do all day there.
So
and
Jay,
the Rotary tent, really, Ryan, whoever comes that has the youth skills, we'll figure it out. We'll split it up.
Yeah. So I know that was a little confusing there. So the Honolulu Sunrise booth, one information booth, is only the kind of midday afternoon shift because the morning shift is covered by someone else. So Jerry, we may be able to push it back to that 11 to 3 time frame for our club.
Yeah.
Rick's booth is the information booth that we have all day. He needs help morning, afternoon. So Kara, go ahead and please sign up with Rick, unless you want to join Honolulu Sunrise for the afternoon, and then you can let Jerry know here on the chat here. But Rick does need help the whole day. And then the Rotary booth that we have is for the entire day as well.
And Lynn?
Brian, I can help Beth. I'm helping Alan.
Oh, great.
Perfect.
Okay, you want to help Alan at the Rotary tent, or do you want to help Rick at the information tent?
With the Rotary tent.
Okay, great. So I will make sure that Alan knows you'll be there too. So
yeah, he knows already.
Okay, great. So anybody else that's interested in helping at the Rotary tent on
Could you tell
Sunday?
me what HYAF stands for, please?
HR, no. YF. Honolulu Rotary Youth Scholarships is what they're talking about.
RYF.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah. Hawaii Rotary Youth Foundation.
Thank you. Sorry.
No problem.
I'm listening in my car, so I'm getting a little noise every once in a while. Sorry.
So Ryan, I sent you might have saw it. I sent you the RILA posters and the QR code, so you can post them on the tent. So
Yep.
people can actually just scan it if they want to, and they don't even have to ask. They just scan
Yep.
and go. Yeah.
So I can do all the printing at my office. It won't be super fancy, but I can do all that. We'll get that together this week. It is again on Sunday at the state capitol grounds. There is no parking. The parking has been reserved for specific Rotary volunteers. So yeah. So Rick might have a parking pass.
There's no parking passes needed because it's Sunday, so you can park on the street.
Right. That's what I was gonna say. They used to give out parking passes, but they only gave out like one or two. All you need to do is go find some street parking, and walk over to the Capitol grounds.
I'm on a string of texts, and there's literally 100 texts. They're going around and around about their parking lots. So probably at the last minute, if something comes through, Ryan and I'll get that information, and whoever's volunteering will get it out to you. But I've gone on Sundays before, and it's not a problem. You just park right on the street and walk right. So somebody asked, it's at Skygate Park, which is next to Honolulu Holly, where the mayor's office is and the council members. It's right there, that big squiggly little statue that's out there on the grass grounds. The same place that Kathleen's Out of the Darkness walk was a couple weeks ago. The very same spot.
Yep, and I just find some parking in downtown Honolulu because there's usually street parking and the loading zones are all free anyway, and so you just park and walk over. And so, if you can do that, please do. And so I think we're actually good. With Lynn and Alan over at the Rotary booth. Can anyone else join Lynn and Ellen at the Rotary booth? So Naomi can. There you go. All right,
Fantastic.
3.
That's a good booth.
That's a good booth. It'll be fun. I will be here and there, and I will definitely get some Roosevelt students to be there as well. But the Roosevelt students might be there. They might split into shifts.
Yeah. Is Nicole going to be with us too?
Nicole, you want to show up?
She's got those stickers.
Got another chance, Nicole.
She says she might be able
11.
to.
After 11. Yeah, that's a
after
fun
11. That should be fine. Again, the event starts at 10, so maybe the first hour you're not there, Nicole. That's totally fine. But if you do have anything you want me to print, please send them my way, and I'll print them out in my office, and I'll have them ready to go, so you can give them out over at the event. A couple of other things. So Lynn, I know there's the tent that's at Mark's house. Hopefully Alan can go pick that up.
Yeah, I'll let him know.
All
Can
right.
I clarify where the event is? Is it on the state capitol grounds, next to the state capitol, or where the Out of Darkness walk was?
The Out of Darkness, the Skygate.
Yeah.
The
so it's actually city county grounds technically.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, so sorry. Did they move it to there
That's
instead of?
Skygate by the Frank Coffee,
Okay.
by the Honolulu Holly.
Yeah.
So just it's only going to be like half of what it was. They're doing kind of, according to Susie, a smaller rollout. So by 25,000 instead of 50,000.
Yeah. All right. So I'm sorry. I misspoke. The Honolulu Holly side. Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Thanks. All right. So I think we're good to go. Lynn, Naomi, and Alana, and I'll see you there on Sunday. Maybe Rick, if you can send over Sandy or one of you can kind of feel it out at your booth, and if one of the folks can head over to the Rotary booth, that'd be great. I'll work on getting my Roosevelt students over to both the Honolulu Sunrise info booth as well as the Rotary booth. Nicole can join at 11, and then Kara, you'll join Rick over at the information booth that Rick is stationed at, information booth number 2.
Yep.
All right. Whew.
So
Thanks
the information booth, they're going to have CYD. They're going to have the Children's Youth Day logo on it. We'll send the logo out. That's how you'll spot them. So they're on opposite ends of each other. And I won't even go into it. You'll find it. It won't be.
You'll come and you'll find it. And the other thing to say too is that in the past, and I don't think there's a change. Please wear your Rotary shirts. Wear your Rotary branded shirts because we are volunteers, and we should show that we are volunteering. So please wear your Rotary shirts. Appreciate it. All right. for all of our outer island clubs, thanks again. Thank you for listening. It is something, if you want to host a informational event about Rotary and youth services on the other islands, I will be more than happy to help you get the information together, and we can use what we're doing here for this event to help you host something here on your island if you feel so inclined. So appreciate that. Kara, your hand's up again.
So on Saturday, we're having a booth, an information booth for Rotary at the Emi Pono event. It's a small event, probably 50 vendors, but I was wondering, you just offered flyers for Interact. Do you think I could get some from you?
Yeah, absolutely.
Or email it and I'll just print it up myself.
Okay, I can email it to you. I did one. I attended the student leadership conference in summer, and I actually just made something quick from Rotary International material. So I can definitely send that to you. I'll send over the Oahu Ryla one as well. And I know Nicole actually does have some Rotaract ones too. So I think we'll be well covered at this event with Interact, HRYF, Ryla, and Rotaract. So it's exciting.
Yeah, sounds great. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you. All right. That actually, that actually covered a lot of the agenda here. There were some other things here on the list that have been stuff we have done in the past, and I just want to remind folks of joint projects. Please try to do stuff with your Interact clubs. Has everyone been working with their Interact clubs this year? To start off with, I see obviously Dick's always got his Interact clubs involved with everything. Rotary Gives Thanks is coming up in November. And that's always a great time to invite your Interact clubs to attend a project as well. I'll be inviting and I haven't already invited our Interact clubs to attend our cleanup and painting event at Lanakila Center, Jerry. So, and I let Karen know. So hopefully we do get some Roosevelt kids over at our Lanakila service project there. Everyone doing okay on service projects, and if there's any way that the district can support you in getting some joint projects together, let us know. But everyone doing okay with their Interact clubs?
We just had a bunch of youth, both from the university and from Interact, come and help decorate the graves of Punch Bowl. There were so many folks that actually showed up, 165 this year. We usually have like about 20. So many folks came that us in Club 100 didn't even get to decorate. We were done in an hour and a half. We're usually there till 3. And we just went this morning and a bunch of folks showed up, and we had all the flags picked up by 5 o'clock. So I'm trying to say, I don't know if you're on my email chain, but I sent it out a lot, and a lot of people came, and I'm still trying to figure out who everybody was. So I'll let you know, Ryan, once I figure it all out.
All right. Very good. Does everyone have a Rotary Gives Thanks project that they can invite their Interact clubs to? Working on it. I know it's September, but man, October's coming up here in the next week.
Ryan?
Yes.
Okay, the Rotary Club of Kona Sunrise, we're working with the Interact kids up at Kealakehe with Iron Man coming up in October.
Awesome.
We've had a couple of cleanup projects. We have supported them in buying some bracelets they can sell to support Maui. So we've done a few things with them. So they're cooking.
Yeah, very good. Very good. Good to hear. Just some project ideas. My club at Roosevelt's going to be volunteering at the Honolulu Marathon this year. That's always a fun, 4 o'clock in the morning project. There's a lot of things to do and a lot of things to help out with. And so, I encourage everyone to work with Interact clubs and work together, work with your area clubs, work with your AGs to get projects that all of your clubs in your area as well as Interact clubs can go to. So thank you. We haven't done very much yet on the college and career stuff. I know that was something that we were trying to get going here and try to do some in-person events with that, but we'll see where we go with that this year. There are some career fairs that are coming up that the DOE always has hosted, and so you know, it would be nice if Rotarians could even volunteer at some of the DOE's career fairs, and so I'll try to find out if there's ways where Rotarians can have booths or have places to go to at each of the individual school career fairs. And so I did one at Roosevelt for their career fair, and so I kind of represented both, that I was with G70 and Rotary, and so always ways to help the DOE, obviously, and so we'll try to keep everyone updated from the district's efforts. That's all I had for today. I appreciate everyone's time. We can end a little bit early today, unless anybody had any specific questions. I will send the recording out, and so if anyone couldn't make it that you see or that should have been here, please forward that link over to them in your clubs if they want to see this. But anyone else have any last questions or thoughts?
Hey, Ryan, can you save the chat and email that to me too?
I sure
I'm in my car, so I
can.
could. Thank you.
All right. Well, I appreciate everyone's help to get the Children and Youth Day booth up today, and everyone's willingness to jump in. But please continue to do the great things you do to support the youth, and we'll see you all next month. All right. Thanks all.
Thank you.
Hey,
Ryan.
thanks,
Ryan.
Naomi and Nicole. You have a moment? All right, thanks. Nicole, are you there?